I've written down this experience and shared it in the chat or right here, but I'm also going to read a little bit. I had a dream last night. I was woke up in the middle of the night. My wife has a kind of a difficult problem, and with her asthmatic. So I was woken up, and I was right in the middle of singing in the dream the song Golden that I have shared often around the world and in New York and other places in videos. So in the dream, I had met a girl who was had a very resonant, deep, beautiful voice, very strong, and she was small in stature. But I wanted to urge her to see if she would sing or to give her voice, outward to people and share it. But I demonstrated in a cafe that I had gone to or was in. I think she might have still been with me, but maybe not. And in the cafe, I sang this a cappella of Golden. And did it beautifully and perfectly without any resistance or hesitation on my part, which often happens myself, confidence level wise, etc. So, okay. What also happened, I had been in a building, I think with the girl, New York City probably, or that type of city, and I wanted to get up the elevator, and I had in mind, I thought the 14th level, but I was got in a crowded elevator and hit the number 12 button, I think. And when I got up to the 12th floor, I got out. And I think this was somewhat significant of something about finding an office or a level where the business people were, music producers or something of that kind, maybe advertising. I used to work in New York City in the 7th floor, my 7th, 8th, and 9th floor, I think, my father's building, which was 666 Fifth Avenue. Not that it's not funny, because it is funny, but it relates to all of this stuff that's going on with my experience of the demonstrating milieu, etc. So two people were also on the street later, and they got, I think what's very quickly, they got hit by a car or sideswiped or something, and the woman of the couple was disappeared or went on ahead or something like that, and the other one was still there, maybe injured or something like that, but they had gotten separated, and neither one actually had gotten to where they wanted to go. And so this dream was relative to, well, I looked it up. There was an actual event of two men who had left a barber shop in the middle of the night and gotten sideswiped by a car and killed on the street, along maybe with some other injured bystanders, about a year ago, before I had gone to New York, near that same time, actually. Any case, this is how these things are all interrelated. But what I wanted to share was there's a second part of the dream. And also, when I had shared this first dream of singing, with my wife, she told me that she had seen this grid in the sky that was of satellites, and she had mentioned that this was, she mentioned at the same time that Elon Musk and his electromagnetic field of satellites is visible, or she had seen the field of it, the grid in the sky, and she'd seen it more than once. And she said that she had just seen this again very recently. And I'm aware of this because of it's in the Destiny novel that I've been sharing the story of Exus, which is a word that means exegesis. Exus was the name of the planet, but exegesis is a term for going beyond. In my view, it means going beyond creation. But in the exegesis of Genesis, biblical, it's a term that is something like the interrelation of the so-called stories of the Bible and the concepts and ideas as they relate between so-called heaven and earth, and that is in creation. And so they're not getting the actual wholeness of it that there is being sought or to be understood and recognized. And that is, of course, the real awareness that allows that true sight, or we'll call it. So, boy, there's a lot here. But all I wanted to say about this second part was there was another dream where I was at a refugee kind of park, house, camp here in Florida. And I have a friend who has about 10 acres of land named Cain, which is a Bible name. And he has been severely injured a number of times. And most recently, he was in the hospital for a week and then spent another month on the IV or what have you in a rest home, place. And now he's out. So I've been talking to him about what could be done because we know some people who are refugees locally here, so to speak, from a South American country, and that there's a large movement of bias against immigrants and also women, by the way, etc., and minorities. And actually, the real movement is against everybody. And that would include the infirm and people who are vulnerable, health-wise, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But also even the other people who are being taken in by this electromagnetic media radiation control satellite system and or the consciousness that it is reflecting. And so we need to be aware of the huge, I don't want to use that word that came to me, boondoggle, we'll call it. So I wrote a song or a poem. I just mentioned that the different people of races from China, there were soldiers, warriors, and other people of different lifestyles, let's say, and they were also looking for shelter or a place to be. That and so it was funny about how do we organize. That was the thought I got of our gifts and our giving. That is the group there. How do we, because really it was like everything was given freely to each other, or the land space or what have you. And the real idea, of course, is to allow that freedom and sharing, unity of whatever, but to do it in a formal way physically with people is very difficult and or if not impossible. But in any case, this is something that I've been looking at very much so recently. So I wrote a song called well, I call it be kind, be nice, because that's how it starts. Be kind, be nice, be true, be light, be good, be pure. Give in your golden heart, yours no fear, and open ears and open eyes. You don't need nothing, every day's new. You're a new day seer, and you're seeing in the real pure. And it doesn't really go like that. I didn't sing it even close to the way it does, so I just wanted to share some of the words and such. I live with your clear sky and your clear eyes with real awareness of all life. Once you have the secret song, you won't need any more. I had to do all of these searches, the Christian metaphysics, science, is because I didn't remember, while all before me was ever and ever here now. Okay, that's good. I got to share the ideas. I'm not sure I got the feeling of it, but interesting on the dream and its relations to now. So it's no accident that this is like kind of being directed my end here right now, and for the next month. Well, anything could be, because it's like just to share the creativity part, that we have to constantly be creative, and I really 100% recognize that, and I would recommend that that be accepted, or you know, for everyone to the best they can recognize it. And I'll sing New You quietly, because it's in a silent, it's in the silence. And when I sang the New You, I did notice this, and so I'll write this down. I'm going to read this one line. I wrote down in the chat line here, but I said, the song goes like, so take care, release, realize, no deceit, living water, clear eye, real air, true sight, breathe peace, be free, give it all away now here. And so now I also realized I have this formula for predicting the lottery that can raise nearly infinite amount of money, but we really need no money, just gifts to give this all clearly and really. So few ever listen as to the song I sang in the new ark. It made all silent and still, I noticed, but none of the people understood or commented, and it was almost as if I had disappeared and they didn't hear it at all. And that's my segue, or I'll sing my own New You. And thank you, Val, and everyone. Thank you very much, really. It's quite
Thanks,
incredible
Peter.
today.
Yeah. Thanks, Peter, for sharing. Thank you.
Okay.